you exist other people. It's not like a knowledge. So this is where I'm getting at. Descartes had this, like, truth is this detached, immutable statement, I guess, about how the case of things. But when you get to metaphysics, these words and concepts don't necessarily connect to anything. So he didn't realize he was thinking about objective truth, I guess, and trying to separate the subject from the object. Just a lot of assumptions he didn't suss out, and that knowledge had to be a provable fact, a priori kind of thing. That just means necessary truth. Like, it's a lot, I don't know. It's like I can't even get into it. I'm rusty on all that stuff. I'm more interested, if I had to pick a philosophy, it would be phenomenology, which says don't judge whether something's good or bad or real or unreal. Simply let experience reveal itself as is. So that requires an attitude adjustment. Now, I don't know if this is knowledge, but you can say things like, well, we live in a shared world. When I'm walking miles down the street here and I'm looking at, let's say, a tree, admiring a tree, and someone else walks towards me, then I kind of sense that, well, this is a shared space. So there's a whole experience of that very same tree that escapes into eyes that I never get to see through. So that's not an argument. That is just something you exist. You know it through that level. And some people say it informs your ethics. I don't know about that. I think it's okay. But I think it's, even though it's richer and deeper than listing facts about yourself and that don't really excite anything, they don't teach you anything. It's sort of trying to regurgitate the world through language, like a 1-to-1 ratio. Like, this tree is green to me. That's a necessary fact. It appears as green. You know, someone might have color blindness and it will appear different to them. But, you know, that brings up interesting questions about perception, blah, blah, blah. It may be true, but it's not the kind of truth that's wisdom. So how do we get into that one? Well, I think thinking is the enemy, because even when you do descriptions, you're substituting. You're every time you take on a thought, it's like putting on a new outfit. Every thought comes with assumptions and a system that makes it intelligible, meaning every thought has a story around it. And when you believe them, they inhabit you. Or it's like wearing a skin of delusion a bit. Because ultimately, they're not what they promise to be. They seem to point to something, refer to something, like a concept could, but it's a matter of a new experience that is formed. Thinking is a kind of experience. So stepping back from that, what's the mystery? I think the attainment is simply when you become like nothing. No thing. When you just observe all those thoughts and even your curiosities. That's kind of what Buddha was saying. I think skepticism is good. Skepticism is when you question all the beliefs. Not saying that they're right or wrong, because you can have thoughts that are technically true, but when you hold on to them like they're going to give you meaning, it's like you're trying to add something from the outside to satisfy something. But really what you need is a transformation of your heart, which only comes when